What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Backline Podcast. I am Chief Fred Beard, and coming up shortly, you will see Nico, as always. And today we had a really awesome episode, really fun. We started out talking about some fantasy football and just kind of some everyday things, as we typically do. And then we get into some Chris Cornell stories that have recently come up, some stuff about a movie that may or may not be happening. So we talk about that. We go over a new product from PRS. And then unfortunately we did not do a gear review this week, but you guys will see that. However, we do talk about some other stuff as far as some video games, some news on that, and some other gear as well. So another fun episode, and we had a great time as always. We appreciate everybody who has been watching, commenting, liking everything. And as of the release of this video, we have finally reached over 100 subscribers. So that's pretty awesome. I want to thank everybody who has subscribed so far. The next step, I'd say it'd probably be, we could say 200, but realistically maybe 500 subscribers. Let's see how long it takes us to get there. That would be pretty awesome if we can get there or close to it by the end of the year. Let's see what happens. Again, thank you to everybody who has subscribed, liked, and commented so far. We really appreciate you guys. Other than that, let's get to the show. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy this Wednesday and have a great day. Yeah, I've been really into fantasy football lately, man.
Fantasy football.
Yeah.
How is I am not keeping. I know there was no preseason, but is there an actual like?
It's supposed to be a season. Today, the NBA actually decided to boycott their playoff games over the latest shooting.
Oh, I'm not keeping up.
Yeah, it was in the news. There's another cop shooting another guy. So, but yeah. So as far as I know, so the last they had was 77% or 77 positive COVID cases that were retested, and they all came back negative. So as of right now, there is a far less than 1% positivity rate in the NFL. And realistically, they've been pretty tight down on those players throughout training camp to make sure that they don't get sick, but it's still possible, I guess.
So
Yeah.
what league are you? Are you in a pay to play league?
I am. So it's a bunch of coworkers. So last year was my first year. Short story, I did not actually get voted in because there's so many people that wanted to play in that league that you actually had to get voted in. I did not get voted in. However, one of the people, so they got a pretty strict rule. If you do not pay before the draft, you don't play. And so the guy that got voted in didn't show up with the money, and thought it was cool. He went to go draft his pick, and they said, get out. At least is what I've been told. I don't know how true that is. One of our listeners would know.
It's kind of serious.
No, it's really serious. So then I got a call, dude. It was like 8:30 at night. And I think I just destroyed some Taco Bell. So basically when I destroy Taco Bell, I'm done. That's it.
Then Taco Bell
Cancel
destroys
me.
you. Yeah,
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I got a call. I was like, hey, you're drafting. Need you to get here.
Montezuma's Del Taco.
And I'm like, all right, stop fucking with me. I'm gonna get back to like watching The Office or whatever the fuck I was watching, whatever was going on. And he's like, no, dude, like seriously, like you're drafting. Need you to get up here? Make sure you have your fucking money. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like I'm 30 minutes away. So this is in Mechanicsville, I think is where we were drafting. But yeah, sure enough. So I got in. I talked a bunch of shit to try to get in, and I finished like dead middle.
That's not bad.
No, not
That's
terrible, but so I'm blaming it on the fact that I had zero preparation because I didn't think I was going to play in the league. I play in another non-paid league, but I don't really take it that seriously because they don't either. And even this last draft, I was like, what are you guys doing?
That's more my speed right there.
It's just a fucking mess, but that was the first league I was ever in. So it was good practice for me to understand how the fantasy, because I didn't play it for years and I wanted to. I was like, I have a lot of football knowledge. Why am I not playing? But the thing is, I didn't understand how fantasy worked. And then once I started doing that, I was like, oh, okay, this is how it works. And now I'm learning the differences between different types of leagues and shit like that. But yeah, so like all week, I got a draft tomorrow night for that league, for the paid league. So all week it's been like YouTube videos in the background. So just like, the breakout players who are the top to draft, bunch of different mock drafts and shit like that. So
yeah, that's I don't know. I used to be way into sports. I used to actually do fantasy football too. But then recently, over the past like 5 or 6 years, I directly attribute the Redskins being run so poorly and always doing bad to me falling out of sports, because I want to support local sports, and football was like, I was really getting into football quite a bit. And then just the constant Sundays of just what the fuck is going on. And then it would we would lose, ruin the day, almost ruin the week, because there's only 16 games, as you know, in the season. And then I was just, after a few years of that, probably 5 years, I was tapped the fuck out. I was like, no. So now I identify more with, remember that video of the girl who's wearing the sunglasses upside down? She's like at a college football game. She's like, yeah, go sports. She has a sign that says, we're here for the sports and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's me now.
Yeah, but you're super into like soccer and stuff though, right? Or not anymore?
Soccer, it's a double-edged sword, because it's like all year. I think there's only like a month off when it comes to like the Premier League and then the Italian leagues and stuff. So you can literally watch soccer all year, and it's pretty fucking, I love that. But also at the same thing, it's also a trade-off, because you got to keep up, nonstop all the time, 11 months out of the year or so, maybe 10 months. I can't recall. But yeah, it's and there's so much going on, and I can't keep up. And the games, because they're all overseas, they're in the morning. For us, they're like in the middle of the night or some dumb shit. So I could keep up with headlines, but that's not really fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe the Washington football team will turn it around. Just came. So not only did they change the team name, but there's been a big scandal going on, something basically involving the cheerleaders. And the original story was it was not the owner. It was some of the top people, as far as like, I think one of the big, like, team announcer kind of thing. Like, he's always the one, you'll know it on the radio kind of thing. It was like him, like a VP or something, whatever. They supposedly quit. And then I guess they assumed it was going to wash under the rug. But then I guess the story came out today that somebody has said, hey, so my job was basically supposed to get some special pictures of the cheerleaders while they were on their photo shoot. So the quote that I saw was, it was basically 10 minutes of nipples from these cheerleaders.
Oh, good.
And that was for Dan Snyder, not for...
Fuck off. How could they possibly prove that? I want it. I want it, because Snyder needs to go.
Absolutely. Everybody wants it. But yeah, so that's that's what I saw today. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I'm excited. We had a little chat last night about your favorite game, Madden, but and football in general. So I am super fucking excited. The more I watch about this fantasy shit, I'm like, oh yeah, there are like NFL players. It's been a fucking while, and there's no preseason, so it's weird. So getting really pumped for the season. So that's good.
We need to touch on this. Okay, the Madden conversation we had last night. It was our Tuesday date night, gaming night, and I don't recall how it got brought up, but I feel a very particular way. Not so much about Madden, because I don't play Madden, but about gaming IPs and copyrights and stuff. I don't appreciate the fact that EA just straight up took the NFL rights like years ago, and they took away basically any competition that could come from football simulated games, right? So you have Madden every single year coming out, and there's so many complaints. There's a hardcore fan base, of course, and the game to me has looked exactly the same. I don't play it, so I guess I'm a little bit uninformed with this, but I hear a whole section of the internet, mind you, that it's the fucking internet. They're all screaming about how it's the same fucking game like every single year with roster updates. And that's why I don't like FIFA, because it's the same shit. They cash in on the Ultimate Team where you're buying packs of fucking digital cards hoping you can get a Ronaldo or a Messi or some shit. Right. And it's just complacency with the gaming, with AAA gaming. And I don't appreciate it. And I only don't appreciate it because I've spent probably close to $1,000 on games that are falsely advertised, that aren't finished, and that are fucked. and I don't appreciate it. And it's broken. It's at the best in an alpha phase, and they release it for $60 plus DLC content plus microtransactions, and like the gaming industry has just been fucked for so long. And I'm tired of supporting these AAA games. I'm fucking done with it.
Yeah, I mean, to that point too. So I mean, I argue with you quite a bit last night because I obviously am buying the new Madden, but that argument's there, and there's no denying that argument. It's the same game with updated rosters, and realistically at this point, yes, they could. You see some graphical increase. They do add quite a bit sometimes, and they tried to do that. And maybe they could do better, but they do try at least, or at least is some sort of effort to add something into the game to make it like, all right, this is worth it to buy it. Now, to also be fair, though, I think there's like one or two, and I can't remember who it was. Somebody recently is planning on putting out a game, like it either just came out or it's about to come out, but it's before the new consoles come out. And they are literally just tapping to the potential of the console. And while I agree with that, I don't, because I have played some games on the console that I'm like, either the game developer really fucking sucks or this console can't hang with this game.
What game?
God, I wish I could remember.
You're saying it's not
NASCAR is the most recent, but I think that's the developer.
You're saying it's not enabling the specs that they could handle?
I think graphical wise and different things that you're supposed when the Xbox One X, so they brought out the Xbox One, the S, and the X for those of you who may not play games for some fucking reason.
What are you, productive?
Yeah, right. The X was supposed to do, like, as far as I remember, was supposed to do some games at 60 frames and then others at 30, which was still pretty big for the console world. Obviously, we do a lot of PC gaming, and we could get much higher than that on most of the games we play. But 30 to 60 in the console world would be pretty fucking awesome, and I just haven't seen it from games. I mean, I would think, we talked about exclusives because we're kind of upset that Halo, which apparently, quick little tidbit, maybe now pushed back to 2022.
This is such a fucking nightmare.
I really hope that is a false report.
What is it, 343 Studios?
Yes.
We need to burn the building down.
I think
unacceptable.
I think there's been like bad whoever, gets attested, bad reviews. There was obviously the shit show from the E3 or Microsoft's version of E3 launch. But yeah, no, now that wasn't official. The official statement from 343 was to 2021, but about 2 weeks after they said that, I did see something about 2022. It could be a possibility.
And on that note of like underwhelming fucking news with the gaming industry, how did you feel about the Call of Duty Cold War?
I have not seen it yet.
Right. Okay.
I saw somebody in one of my Discords. I saw somebody post it, but I was working, so I didn't get a chance to like look at it. But probably tonight or something. And I haven't seen it come across any social media, honestly. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Did you watch it?
No, I saw snippets on Barstool Game, whatever their thing is on Instagram. I can't find the energy. I just turned 30 to be excited about another Call of Duty bullshit recycled shooter. They got me back in. I checked out after, I don't know, I think, it was after second Black Ops.
Right. And
that was years ago. And then it just got crazy bad and crazy, just like off-putting. Black Ops 3 was really weird and futuristic and just stupid. Ghost, I heard, was horrible. And then I feel like there was one or two more after that, but I was checked out. And then Modern Warfare came out. I was like, okay, redub. That's awesome. I'm in. It looked great. They actually did it right with the like constant content, Warzone being free, constant updates to the playlists in the multiplayer and stuff. The single player was unbelievable. And now I feel like I'm good, like with Call of Duty. Like I played that for like 5 months and I'm done with it now, and I got my money's worth and I don't need another one.
I'd have to see it because so it's called Cold War, right?
Yeah, Cold War.
So the point of the Cold War and why we call it the Cold War is because nothing fucking happened. So what are you doing? Are we making up shit that could have happened during the Cold War?
It's just going to be a lot of tension.
We're just going to go fight a bunch of Russians or some shit? Like, I don't get it.
It'll be a lot of paperwork and like spy planes and like just
Call of jury duty.
Uncertainty.
Yeah, man.
Nuke drills and stuff. You know,
Call of
hide under your
jury duty.
desk.
Have you ever seen that guy?
No.
Dude, so this dude takes all these fake games into GameStop, right? But he throws like one real one in like a Mortal Kombat or some like low cut game like that, right? And so they're going through and they're just looking, and they're just the GameStop employees are like, he's like, yeah, I mean, you know, like I know I'd get like, you know, 50 cents or something for that. I know it's really old, but I just don't play these anymore. Cause he has like this really like chill voice to him. And then they get to Call of Jury Duty, and it looks like it's just this guy sitting in like, you know, the little area that you would sit for jury duty. And he's like, yeah, man, it's just Call of Jury Duty. It was fun, but the problem is it's just you just sit there. Then after a while, I don't know how the fuck he kept a straight face, because he's like, after a while, it's just like, I don't really want to play this anymore. We're just sitting here.
So stupid.
Oh my God. He had me fucking rolling. I showed a buddy that the other day, or maybe he was talking about it, but yeah, Call of Jury Duty. And I guess that's how this game, they must have saw that and been like, whoa, dude, we could do something with that. That's kind of tight. Let's do it. But instead of a jury, we're just going to have people just walk around and live their everyday lives.
So stupid.
Call of Duty, $60.
He made artwork on a blank disc or whatever.
Yes.
That's funny.
Dude, he had the game cover and the disc art on all the games.
Wow. Okay.
Because he's like, I want it to look as legit as possible. And they're like some people are like trying to scan it. Like some you could tell they're just doing it so they can show him like, sir, this is not a real game. And others are just like, what the fuck's going on? I might have to get my manager over here because this isn't scanning right.
I have no idea what this is. Yeah. This barcode does not exist, but it looks legit.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So you had a show the other night.
Yes.
Finally, it's been a while. It's been 7 months.
Dude, something crazy, dude.
When was your last show? February?
I don't know.
Almost 7 months?
It's got to be February.
Long.
I think, it definitely was February.
So how was it? Besides the fact that maybe you guys, I didn't think you guys were rusty, but I also had quite a few drinks that night, so I wasn't really sure what you guys were. But aside from possibly being rusty, how did it feel to finally get behind the kit again like that?
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
Super weird, yeah, because I've been playing on that electric kit for so long, and then we've only practiced maybe half a dozen times before the show because we weren't even sure if it was going to happen, and we've been just playing it super close to the chest, the vest. What is
shit? Both of those sound good to me.
Close to the
chest.
Close to the vest.
Yes.
Okay, that works. Yeah, it felt nice. It was cool. Just being able to, like, when I'm at a show, I feel like a lot of people feel this. I don't want to talk on my ass, but you feel in the moment when you're playing, and you're not thinking about, like, tomorrow or what bills are due and your job and shit and your relationships, and that was nice because I get in my head a lot with stuff, and I tend to dwell on it until I'm a manic fucking disaster, just shaking and walking, trying to get through it. So that was cool. It feels like meditation, and you do hour-long sets and stuff. It was cool. A lot of people there. Didn't really love that. This one dude got really close to me, and I did not appreciate that. I didn't want to be a dick, but keeping that 6 feet was like kind of hard because he was drunk, and motherfucking drunk people at bars that talk to. Oh my God. This band has made me resent bar patrons so fucking much. They're so dumb, and they don't give any. Even on a normal day, it's just like they're right fucking here, and they don't know how close they are, and then they're spitting on you because they can't talk correctly, and they're talking about nothing, and I have to somewhat entertain it because I don't want to be a dick to them, and I've been that person before, so I understand. God,
was that after your first set?
Get a fucking clue, dude.
Do you remember?
What?
Was that after your first set?
First or second, I don't remember, but
was it a dude talking to you like side stage?
Well, he came up on the fucking stage, and by a stage, I mean it's not a fucking stage; it's just
a platform
area for us.
Yeah,
and
your area.
That's always the sign. If someone breaks the stage line, that they don't give a fuck. I don't know why
people have. I don't get how people have the balls to do that. Like, I'm friends with you guys, and I feel like, and even sharing a stage with you guys before, I still feel weird like walking back there. Like, one, I don't want to be like, oh, check out this cool guy. I don't want people to think that of me because it's not. And then two, it's like, this is their shit. What if, and I have been drinking. So what if I fall and break something? Now I just broke my friend's shit.
Thousands of dollars of equipment.
For it. So I'm going to respect it. You know, I think the only time I went on stage is last time Chris specifically was like, hey, come check out this guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was in the band, like, or if I was even playing that night, I would almost be more inclined to be like, oh, I'm going to come fuck with your shit. Good set, man. You know, circle back to like episode 2 there. Good, nice set.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, he didn't say that, which was nice. I appreciated that.
I wouldn't, I don't, even as your friends, I don't even want to go back there. Like it's not my place.
Yeah. But aside from that, it was dope. And there was a lot of people there. Like a lot of people.
There was quite a bit. I was very fucking surprised. I walked up. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Usually
there's a lot here.
At that particular place, you don't see a shitload of young people. And I think people are just like ready to roll. Like they're like, fuck this. Like I'm trying to get outside. And it was outside. So, I mean, there's something to that. And I was trying to keep my space best I could. I wasn't crossing into crowds and stuff, but it seemed like nobody there really gave a shit. Well, that's not true. I saw people like they would show up in a group and they would stay in their group. And it seemed like people were spaced.
Yeah, for the most part, I think it was
okay. It wasn't too bad.
It
was just a lot of people, but they weren't crammed like sardines, which is important. So yeah, it was cool, and I'm just glad. Yeah, we got that first new show out of the way, and we have another outside show next weekend, which would be this is going to be fucking a month after or something released. Yeah. But yeah, it was tight. And yeah, I felt rusty as shit though. I felt like fucking newborn baby up on that kit, dude. I was tight. There were a couple parts that I flubbed for sure. Not as bad as I thought I was going to do. Not as bad because I still to this day get nervous at shows. I don't even know why. I have no fucking clue why. Not nervous. I get tight. I get tense. And that makes me play worse because then I'm tiring myself out because I'm tense.
Well, the thing is, I think musician, even I would imagine even if you're fucking, you know, I can't think of musicians right now, apparently.
Okay.
Even if you're just sort of hot dick shit, you know, like I feel like you should still get somewhat nervous. One, it means you're still into it. I think personally.
I care. Yeah, for sure.
And you care, right? And then you with that too, you care enough that you are concerned no matter what it is that you're playing, even if it's something simple, you're still concerned like I could fuck this up and then I'm gonna look stupid up here.
Oh, bro.
So it's getting out. I feel like it's getting those jitters out, and then you know.
I guess, and I do get more comfortable as the night goes on.
Right, you realize, I still know how to do this.
That first set, though, I swear, I'm the worst first set drummer of all time. I will always fuck up shit that I've never fucked up at a practice once.
Dude, I've been so fucking nervous at shows. It's unreal. It's been a while though. Haven't played one.
Dude.
Somebody asked, do you remember? Sorry, you want to say, dude?
No, I was just gonna newsflash rap battle 2 weeks countdown. I only bring that up because you were telling me outside that you were like super excited. Yeah. He almost told me everything about it.
Yeah. So so little heads up. So last week we talked that we're doing a rap battle. We were serious. We are doing it. My song is done.
Done.
I completed
1 week.
Yeah. I completed it in a little less than a week.
Yes,
so
man.
It's ran. Do you remember the, I'm going to try to say this band's name, and you tell me if that's a band that you recognize. Saint Diablo.
Saint Diablo, yeah, they were a semi-local band. Jägermeister.
Right, yes.
They always had Jägermeister
so that was the name of the band. Okay. There was a little guy. Now I feel terrible. I don't mean that. There was a shorter guy who actually has a really nice beard right now. I'm a little jealous. And his name was Tony. That was always with them. I don't know if he was like their manager, quote unquote, or something like that. No. He was just a guy that was with them everywhere they went.
I vaguely remember that, but I thought he was in the band. Maybe I was wrong.
I don't think he ever was. I think I always thought he was the manager.
So what is Tony relevant for? What's going on?
RJ posted a picture today of just something RJ does, whatever. And Tony commented on it. And one, I hadn't seen him or heard that name in a very long time. And two, because we didn't even play with them, like even for like the last year, I think that we were a band. Like they haven't been around. But anyways, two, he said something like, the comment was like, I'll lick your face if Arabella does a reunion show. And I thought that was weird, just out of nowhere. Just this guy's like, do a reunion show. It's like, we don't exist anymore. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but we're all still like in.
Yeah, so RJ tagged one of your 22 accounts on Facebook with that, and then me and Dave and Chris and Tommy. Tommy says he's down.
I don't get on Facebook.
Yeah, no.
And I don't get push notifications.
And I don't even know if that was your current account.
It's like a 10% chance probably that it was mine.
But just weird thing that happened. I saw that today and I was like,
oh, that's really fucking weird now I'm thinking about it, because me and Chris, I watched a video of us at like Jack's or something. I do it like every 6 months or something because I miss playing.
Same.
Like, I kind of miss playing with you guys, and then I miss doing original stuff, and it's just like it's a lane that is no longer. Well, I cut myself out. Whatever. I don't do it anymore. So it's like I look at it fondly. I'm like, man, those were fun. Those were fun times.
Those were the days.
I don't get hung up on it though. But
I think I used to. Like
I think
the
you
first
still
couple
do.
years after we broke. When's the last time I brought anything like that? I actually haven't watched those videos in a long time.
Proof right here. Defensive. Go on.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue the joke.
So it's not a joke. I'm concerned about you. You need another hobby. So yeah, me and Chris were just talking. And I just thought like, yo, I mean, it's way easier nowadays and it's way more accessible to record shit. We have a few songs that we never recorded that I think I really like still to this day. And we have live footage of it. And it's like, are you good? Oh, dropped his $130 pen. And why not just record it? Like, it's so much easier nowadays to record. Fuck it. Why not?
So I actually recently...
How long would that possibly take?
I don't think it would take too long. I know there's 3 songs that I know they were the last ones written that I really enjoyed as well.
Yeah, 3.
And you guys recorded those. You did, at least. The whole band did not.
We didn't get
You
far.
recorded those 3, I think the 3 of them, with Travis.
I remember... No, I don't remember recording 3.
Maybe it was only 2, because I don't know. It was only 2, because we hadn't finished Governor yet, which was the last one that we wrote.
I remember the names. I don't know which ones are in correlation to the name, though. It's really weird.
Yeah, don't ask me the names of the other ones. There was 2... So I called the new songs because there was basically the EP, and then there were 3 songs written after the EP. And 2 of them, you guys had wrote before I joined the band, and then Governor, which was the last song, called it The Governor as a Coke Machine.
That's right. Why the fuck?
So it played, so RJ was talking about a Coke machine, and Walking Dead was really big, and that's when you first meet the Governor of Walking Dead. I don't know if you watched The Walking Dead, but so it's the Governor. So I was like, oh, the Governor, and it was like, it's a Coke machine. It was just this weird mix of conversations we were having at practice, and then RJ stuck with it and called it The Governor as a Coke machine.
Inside jokes.
Yep.
Worst thing ever.
Anyways, I think those 2 you recorded with Travis, but I had recently, probably 6 to 8 months ago, I had hit him up and asked him if he could go through his hard drive.
No.
And find those.
No, we need new tracks. There's no way. That's so old.
We don't have to use those though, but they could be something where it's just drums for you to easily relearn your shit too.
All those songs are
I
online.
wanted them for my purpose. I was going to try to
They're all online.
record them.
They're all online. So like
In video form though, you think you can get it
Yes,
from there?
100%. That's
Okay.
That's how I learn with my ears.
The drums are just, to me, one of the hardest things to hear. The guitar I can hear.
No,
Fine.
no.
Really?
I just need a vague reference. I don't need the shit in my face, so it's fine. And it's all still here. It's just getting the muscle memory.
I'm down.
I think I still. Yeah, I feel like I could still play everything. I think, even though I'm a fucking mess, but I think I
practice a little bit. But I think you'd figure it out.
Yeah, and I think you don't have to record if you don't want. Chris can record that.
That's fine.
Would you want to?
I could.
Do you not care?
To be quite honest with you, I'm going to have to show him how to actually play this shit again because he does not remember.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
$100.
But I told him it's online. Like, how does that not help
so
you?
he could do that. Yes. There's shit that I've played. He's like, oh shit, I forgot that was a fucking song. Oh fuck, how do you remember that? But I don't.
Why the fuck are we talking about this ancient ass band? Oh, because so and so.
Because so and so brought it up. Yeah. Hey, speaking of an ancient ass band, you want to do the album review, or you want me to go through my little catch up of the weekly stuff?
Are you just gonna read things?
Yup.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Sort of.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Go ahead.
Real quick, Chris Cornell. Apparently, there was a company that is doing a biopic on him. His estate does not approve. How would you feel about that? If you were a legend of some sort, and then I guess you'd be dead, so you personally wouldn't care. But do you think your family should fight the fact that somebody wants to make a biopic about you without their approval?
Well, I mean, I guess. Fucking, I don't know. I mean, maybe they don't want him to be cast in a certain light.
I think
and they feel like there's shit out there that make them look bad.
I think it's a mixture of that, and their concern is, it was some quote in here because I'm not going to read the article, but there was a quote in there that basically was like, it's supposed to kind of take place in the time leading up to his death, and they're afraid that if the people that are making it aren't going to reach out to the family or close friends on what exactly happened, then there's a chance they could get it wrong. So I mean, I'm not going to just write some big epic fucking thing and not get sources or information. So I don't know where they're getting it from, but apparently it's not from his estate.
I don't care. Who the fuck is Chris Cornell?
Lead singer of Soundgarden. He was till he died.
What? Okay.
Black Hole Sun.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
And they're saying, okay, so they're trying to make a biopic and the family doesn't want them to. Okay. That's I don't really know what to take from that aside from that family sensitive about fucking Christopher.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a whole lot of like conspiracy theories and shit going on too.
Well, wasn't he like a scumbag or something?
No, he was not.
I don't know shit.
But there's like, so there's all this like Jeffrey Epstein shit going on, right?
Yeah.
And the conspiracy theory is he and Chester Bennington, because they were pretty close, did not want to play this like Illuminati part. Like that's coming into the conspiracy theory too. And they knew about it. And apparently we're going to like release it to the world. Like, hey, this is what's going on in Hollywood. As if people don't know.
Yeah.
But so the conspiracy theory is that both of them did not kill themselves. They were essentially killed instead of killing themselves. Like they didn't commit suicide.
Right. Because
it was odd. It was odd. Well, it was very odd the way Chris died. I don't remember, and excuse me on that to people who are fans. I don't remember how Chester Bennington died.
I think he hung himself.
But I think so too. I said the same thing about Chris literally the day after he died. What? I was like, this is not real. He didn't kill himself. Somebody fucked something up.
Why?
Because he was at a show. He was clean. The only thing he was taking was like antidepressants because he was depressed.
Okay.
Or some kind of mood imbalance. And from every account of whatever I read, I mean, it's been 2 years now, a couple years, but I do remember like reading stuff and it did not seem like, and I know people, let me backtrace a little bit. I know people have said like, you know, just because people look happy doesn't mean they're depressed. Like Robin Williams was, you know, he was a comedian. He always looked happy because he was fucking smiling and making people laugh. But apparently he was depressed enough to kill himself.
No, I don't agree. Illuminati killed him.
I mean, I'm saying the same thing about Chris Cornell.
That's what I'm saying. But based on what?
So the thing is, I mean, we're looking at it in my eyes, even bringing somebody like Robin Williams in, those seem, at least as far as we've ever seen, like wholehearted people. Chester Bennington, other than, you know, he screams in his band, he seems like he could be a very nice guy. And now we have these people that may be like, yo, we're not cool and down with this shit. We're going to expose this.
Down
and then they
what?
died. Illuminati and all this other shit.
What the fuck?
Dog, you just agreed it was the Illuminati.
I was being sarcastic because it makes no sense.
I'm not, dude. Something about his death never seemed right. And the story on why he did it or why they think he did it was his bodyguard or whoever accidentally gave him too much of his medication. So it really fucked him up and he killed himself in the hotel bathroom.
All these conversations where it's like, oh, Illuminati, he was killed. It was a setup. It's like, I can almost believe that with like certain politicians and like journalists and stuff. I'll never understand why anybody thinks a musician or an actor or somebody with celebrity and fame has any sort of clue as to what the fuck's going on above us besides their social status. Like, it just doesn't add up to me. It's almost like, just leave it alone. The fucker died. Like, it's done.
These social people, though, that you're talking about are the ones that are in pictures and hanging out with these Jeffrey Epstein type people.
Right.
Right. So they know what's going on.
That's
they have
true.
to know what's going on.
Maybe, or maybe not.
And then there's been the talks of like the latest one to kind of bring it all up was like Wayfair. It's like you buy a $10,000 cabinet from Wayfair, right? And with that, you get sent a child. There's this big fucking thing. So like, it's like, I've even seen it's basically a meme, which is fucking terrible to talk about, but It's basically a meme of like all these stars at like, one of the fucking dumbass award shows that they have. And it's like, basically look at all these sex traffickers. Like, I don't know what do you do with all that money? Do you think you need something else above that? So now you have to like go like some crazy evil side of you.
I don't know.
Because now you have everything you could ever want it because you're rich as fuck. You got everything. So what's the next step for somebody who's that rich? Like, what do you do? And maybe these fucking creeps, their thing to do is to, do some kind of sex trafficking or child trafficking or, underage sex and shit like that, because they could have anything they ever want, but that's,
It could be that. It definitely. I mean, there seems to be enough conjecture, and people are leaning towards that nowadays more than ever. That everybody who makes a certain amount of money and has a certain amount of clout and fame becomes a complete piece of shit, and that's possible. But that could be another way of tearing these people down, these made people down, who whether they come from family money or whether they're self-made, stuff like that. It just seems I play both sides because it's I don't like just making those assumptions necessarily, but there is a lot of evidence.
I would never want
but then there's a lot of people creating storylines because their life fucking blows dick, and they're looking at these people living it up.
That's true too, right?
Possibly doing questionable
I want to be rich.
Is it really that bad?
I don't want rich people not to be rich because I want to be rich, right? But if they really are that bad, it'd be fucking crazy to see. And I truly think within the next year, it's possible we could see a lot. There's a lot of weird shit going on in this world right now.
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately, it's everything you enjoy. It's your movie stars, it's your musicians, it's your fucking, we know church leaders have been doing it for years, right?
Yeah.
Like it's disgusting and insane.
Yeah.
And hopefully a lot of the people that, have come out on these like hit lists of like, these are the celebrities or whatever. Hopefully these lists are fake. And that would be the hope. But there was something I wish I could find. And if I ever do, I'll send it to you. But I saw something that was on, and it wasn't just Chris Cornell and Chester. There was somebody else involved or another couple of people, but it was too hard not to believe.
So
and I'm not going to believe anything because innocent until proven guilty kind of thing, even though they weren't guilty of anything, that it's just, they're apparently going to expose something, but it was hard not to believe that was what happened.
Yeah. But so whether it is or it isn't, my whole thing is, why do you care, I guess?
Because you killed one of my favorite singers, if it's the truth.
Why do you care about that?
Why would I not care about that? Because it's one of my favorite vocalists of all time.
You didn't know him.
It's a powerful voice. It doesn't matter. It's still sad.
You were a fan of, sure.
It's still sad and it's still upsetting. So one of my favorite vocalists, I'll never hear anything new from him again.
Right.
Right. And even he was getting up in age, but he's had plenty of years to produce. I mean, fucking Mick Jagger, who refuses to fucking die, is still producing shitty music at some way, some form.
He still takes his shirt off, and that is crazy. That's bananas.
Like, I don't want to see that, but he's still getting through it. So why couldn't we enjoy that with Chris Cornell or Chester Bennington?
I just have a more morose perspective on the whole everything like that, because I'm just like, to me, you could get into all these crazy conversations and go down these rabbit holes and like figure X, Y, and Z out. But at the end of the day, it's you can't make a difference. You never will make a difference. And that's just me, half glass full or glass half empty kind of perspective. You can't do anything about it. It doesn't affect you directly besides you're a little emotional. Oh, but I love, he was whatever. I feel a certain way about him because of this art he did or this product he created, whatever you're a fan of. And that's that. People fucked up shit always happens. You don't make just because you found an article that says, oh, but look, isn't this crazy? To me, I hate when people try to blow my mind with bullshit they pull up on their stupid fucking screen. And I should take that as like, what is it called? I should take that as like God said it. You don't know anything.
Right. No.
Stop pretending like not you, but like,
right. No,
stop pretending like you know shit. When people are like, you probably shouldn't eat ramen, dude, because it's like made out of plastic.
Said that? Please tell me
and they just want to blow your mind so bad. It's like, you read it. Okay. I read it too. Do I choose to believe it? Probably. Am I still going to eat my fucking ramen when I want to eat fucking plastic noodles and this salt fucking packet that's delicious?
Yep.
If I want to, fuck off. Leave me alone. And guess what? I'm going to put fake cheese in it that will melt and be delicious, because if you put real cheese in there, it's not going to melt. Okay. Fun fact, spicy cheesy ramen, red chili flakes, ramen, cheese. Put the cheese in there when it's done cooking, when the ramen's done cooking, and then just let it kind of become this like soup kind of a thing. It's fucking delicious. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit because it pisses me off. I know it's bad for. Leave me alone. I just want everybody to leave me the fuck alone. You don't know anything. You don't know anything that I don't know or that I haven't read because I went hard on the internet with conspiracy theories and like facts and like real, not what is it called? Like deep. God damn it. I haven't done it in so long. What is that? What is the internet? But it's like it's
Dark
not
web?
the top dark web. Yeah. Just because you get on a Tor browser, you think you know shit I don't know. Get the fuck out of my face. Sorry. I
don't even know what that is.
It's I don't even know if I said it right. It's a browser that you can get on and then you basically aren't seeing the top 1% of the internet like that Google will bring up and stuff. You'll see everything.
Right.
It's just so frustrating when people bring this stuff up and I'm supposed to fucking care like I can do something. It's sad and it's horrible. I can't do anything about it, you know?
Fight the fight.
What does that mean?
I don't fucking know. Here's another fight. Your favorite band, Atreyu, you're familiar with them, correct?
Yes. Technically.
So there has been this post going on. So when I saw this originally, I think there's been something somewhat saying against it, but I don't know. Basically, the post has come out that the band has parted ways with their founding vocalist.
The guitarist vocalist? I thought he played guitar.
I don't know much about Atreyu, honestly.
Me neither.
I know if you played their song and told me it was Atreyu, I'd believe you. There's like one song that I do know, I feel like, but anyways, he's come out and basically said that none of that's true. So I don't know what's true or not. And this is the internet. This is what we live in.
It's
so,
great.
A fact though, 2019 Metallica was the number 2 selling artist.
That's news right there.
Fucking insane.
How the fuck, dude?
They outsold artists like Paul McCartney, which I didn't know. Paul McCartney was still making music, but the big ones are Taylor Swift and BTS. Metallica outsold both of them.
Did you know Paul McCartney died in a car accident in the 80s and they replaced him with a clone or like some sort of lookalike?
Shit. That's insane, dude.
It's real because I read it.
Yep.
Go ahead.
On the internet?
Yeah, dude. It's real.
You can't believe everything. See, they came out with a commercial a long time ago and nobody gets it. But I'm telling you, sometimes it's just shit almost looks like facts. But anyways, speaking of Metallica, James Hetfield is back in rehab.
Oh, at least he's trying, I guess.
Trying what? To continue?
I don't know.
The band apparently was extremely surprised
That he went to it?
that he was back in rehab.
Okay.
Because he keeps getting super clean and looking like a regular old dad out there. And then he goes back to rehab.
Addiction's serious, bro.
A couple of weeks ago, probably, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I saw Between the Buried and Me had put out a remastered version of their album Selkies. So one of their, I think that is their first album.
Can we get a counter? How many weeks in a row he mentions Between the Buried and Me?
So this is episode 24, so it's probably
24 weeks, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say, 24.
They recently just put out a remastered version of Alaska, which is a big favorite before Colors came out. So if you're interested in that, check that out. That sounds awesome. I've listened to the Selkies. I have not listened to the Alaska yet. New Gear Alert. Pew, pew,
Gear
pew,
Alert.
Pew, pew, pew.
Gear Alert.
Your favorite brand, PRS, put out this private stock guitar, and I honestly don't know how I feel about it, so I'm going to show you.
Private stock guitar. What does that mean?
Yeah, so this is our top of the top.
Oh,
this is
big
custom
boys.
ordered, and custom ordered at PRS is at least a minimum of like $10,000.
Oh my God. Okay. This better blow my socks off. Or it's going to look exactly like every other guitar. Go ahead.
Sort
Let me
of.
see.
I don't think I like it, but
Can I see it?
let me just show you real
Can I
quick.
see it? That's fucking upsetting. I'm looking. Oh God, this is
So we'll post a picture of it.
Oh my
Basically,
God.
PRS has this one is more than 20,000.
Yo, guitars are crazy.
So
What are you doing?
had they not put this Tiger on there, other than that, this guitar is fucking gorgeous. Not 20 grand gorgeous,
Yeah.
but it's gorgeous. They put this fucking Tiger like those. It's like those dumbass tattoos that people get of like an arm coming out and it goes into their personal fist.
It's like an illusion kind of thing.
Yeah, like this. But there's a tiger with just his arm and it's almost 3D apparently.
Ooh.
It's fucking weird.
Ooh.
So the colors are basically tiger colors. It's a fucking gorgeous guitar except for that fucking tiger.
What does Tony the Tiger say? They're great.
Hopefully They didn't make a whole lot.
More like they're overpriced, bro.
So it's got a curly maple top with a hand-carved tiger.
Wait,
that's a piece of wood that's hand-carved.
Let me
that's
see that
set
again.
into the guitar.
Let me see that again. So it comes out a little bit. So that's why they're saying it's like kind of 3D-ish.
So that's where the 20 grand comes in, that hand carving.
That still sucks, man.
Like if that hand carving was there and I saw it at like the county fair, I'd probably buy that. I mean, it's sick, but it's not going on my guitar. Like that's fucking.
Can you remove it?
I don't think so. It looks like it's part of the fucking guitar.
Oh, it'd be cool if it was just Velcroed on there.
The whole rest of the guitar, so this is a full view. The whole rest of it's really, really nice. But not, so I had a discussion. I think this is one of the discussions that was the inception of this channel. And I think I was talking to Daniel back in the day. Speaking of which, I'm going to try to get a hold of him. We need to get him on the show, I think for 25.
Danielle?
Yeah. So next week, try to get him on. We'll do a Discord with him. No video of him, but we could just talk to him and shit like that.
No video.
I mean, if he wants to take video, he can.
It'd be easier for him if he just calls in or whatever.
Right, and it'd be way easier for us too without trying to match all that up. But I'm thinking that. But anyways, me and him had got to talking one time about the cost of guitars. So the highest price guitar that I've ever looked at from PRS that I'm like, I would buy that was $8,000. Realistically, the highest cost that I've ever looked at has been under $4,000. Because in my opinion, I don't understand the cost of what I'm paying that extra $4,000 for to get from $4,000 to $8,000.
Well, I guess we're on the same page then.
Right. So nice woods are nice woods. Nice paint jobs are nice paint jobs. You know, $4,000 for a car paint job, even by a good painter, that's a pretty good chunk of change. I understand that some custom paint jobs may be, you know, 10, 15, whatever, $1,000. But a $4,000 paint job on a car, which is, you know, way more surface area than a guitar, I still think that would be kind of pricey, honestly. So again, nice woods. I love Paul and everything he does, and I love some of these brands and what they do, but I don't get how do you charge $8,000 or $20,000? You know, I get the carving, but they've got some guitars that come out with every year that are $12,000 to $15,000. Where is that extra money?
You tell me, man. You're the guitarist.
The Tiger's one thing. The other guitar that's really expensive is called the Dragon. And the Dragon got really big with Airheads.
The Candy?
No, the movie.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the movie?
Yes.
It's been a long time for me, so I don't even remember this part. But apparently there was a scene,
the Lone Rangers,
where one of the guys comes up and goes, "That's my dream guitar. It's a Dragon, Paul Reed Smith." That was a real guitar. Of course, that was a prop in there because it's a $15,000 guitar. And apparently it gets destroyed in the movie.
I don't remember.
But that I could almost kind of see because there's all the inlays and there's a Dragon starting from the body all the way up the neck, and it's little tiny flakes of inlays that every single one somebody's got to go in and physically set. Mm-hmm. And then it gets covered up, whatever, so it stays, so it's not going to wear off.
Well, it makes it sound better, right?
Well, and then it's whatever material, it's perloid, whatever. I don't fucking know it.
Might as well buy a watch. I could see
expensive
watch,
which would both of them kind of hold their value though.
And they're
because that's a real reason to buy an expensive watch. It's an investment that could turn you a profit later on.
No, I just thought you look like an asshole.
That too.
I'll buy.
But yeah, I don't get it. But that's a conversation. I think $4,000 is the most I would ever spend.
I'm glad we're on the same page for fucking once when it comes to gear, because it looks terrible. It's underwhelming, and it makes no sense to price it in 5 figures. 5 figures. Had to do some quick math, dude. Real quick, I was on the phone with Allison. Does your lady ever say some off the wall shit that like shoots you back into your seat, like makes your fucking hair go up?
I'd have to have an example, but I'm sure she does. I mean, every day I'm just like, what the fuck did you even just say right now? But
oh my God.
I'm interested in the example that you're coming up with.
We were talking about like, you know, the next 5 years and trying to get our game plan and just make sure we're on the same page with everything. Wedding, house, children, nothing interesting there, different, whatever. And the stuff we love talking about as men, you know, just our life becoming unimportant and then us investing into this little me kind of thing. And we were like, all right, well, you know, what if we're infertile? We don't know. We go down like every option. Like, what if we try to have kids? We can't have them. Do we do the adoption? Do we do I said I lean towards the adoption thing. Follow me for a minute here. Follow me down this road. And because that's where I would go. It just makes sense. We can't have kids. Fuck it. We want kids. These kids need home. Why not? Even if he's like a 10-year-old fuck up and he's going to be a nightmare. He's probably going to kill me in my sleep. I'm cool. She was like, well, what about surrogacy? Getting a surrogate?
Right.
I was like, that's weird. I feel like you have to pay them $1 million for this shit. And then you got to pay for the medical bills. And it's like, do we really want to do that? And it's just a strange step. I know it's a necessary step for some people and maybe me, but I don't know if I'd be down to go down that road as opposed to adoption. And I was like, I don't know, maybe. And she was like, okay, well, why don't we it'd be weird to get a surrogate who we don't know. Why not just ask a friend or a family member? And I couldn't, I didn't even know what to say. I was like, are you lunching right now? I haven't said luncheon since 2011.
Dude, I haven't heard that word since the early 2000s.
What the fuck? Are you lunching? You're wilding out. I don't even know what that means, but I feel like it's fitting.
Have you ever seen Shameless? Or have you watched Shameless?
Yeah. Gallagher.
Did you ever see the scene where so there's Kevin Vick, right?
What? Who?
Kevin Vick.
Kev. Oh yeah. Okay.
The white guy and the black chick, right? Uh-huh. And there's a scene where her mom wants a baby.
No, she's so hot.
Vic?
Yes.
Yeah, Vic is. Mom, sort of.
So's Kevin.
Yes, he's a very attractive man.
Slap.
Did you ever see the part where she wants a baby?
The mom?
Yeah. Her mom.
I vaguely remember that.
So basically her mom wants a baby. I guess there's no way to really get one or something. Mm-hmm. So basically Kev bangs it out with the mom so he can make the baby.
Yeah. Yeah, of course they did.
The whole time you're saying that's all I can think of.
Yeah, well.
So now I guess you got to bang Allison's
basically
mom.
That's what's happening. I got to bang Allison's mom. This is not okay. I'm not okay with this. I don't agree with this at all. Yeah, like but then she and then
I thought about that though. I really have.
What?
Like I
banging
thought
your
about
lady's mom?
No. I've thought about the fact like obviously I can have kids. But I ever thought like what if there was a friend like I've had this weird thing like this friend goes, you know, Lauren can obviously carry a baby. Will Lauren carry my baby? Because your kid came out just fine, kind of thing. I've thought about it. Not that I would do it, but I have thought like, what if? Like,
I've never, ever
because there's still friends that I have, like you. Of course, you guys haven't been trying, but there are friends that I have that you know. It's odd that they don't have a kid yet.
Yeah,
and you know, you don't ask that kind of question. Like, can you guys not have?
That's
a kid?
What I mean,
right? You know what I mean? So if they can't though. I would almost think the same thing in a way.
Oh my God.
But the family part, absolutely not.
Do you realize what you're doing?
The family
Do you realize
part?
what you're doing to me? You're co-signing this crazy shit.
The family thing I can't do. The family thing I can't do, but almost a friend because you do know them. So you're there with them every step of the way. But I don't think I could do the surrogate thing regardless.
You're a man.
Because of the
whole man thing.
Well, there's that, and then like you said, the cost alone.
That's what I do.
The cost alone is ridiculous because so some people are like, especially if it's like a stranger, I would imagine it's like, all right, it's $40,000. I'm going to carry this baby. Plus, you basically pay for everything they need the entire pregnancy. That's food. That's every doctor's visit, like you said, and then to have a baby. Hopefully you're insured when you have a baby.
Shit.
It was $30,000.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's just
that was
baseline.
Before
medical.
Liam had to stay in the hospital.
That doesn't include pocket.
Liam's and Lauren's hospital stay was nearly $100,000.
And then you have to pay basically after that, you have to pay this person's salary. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
No, I don't want to do much. So you have to be rich to do something like that.
That's what I mean.
That's probably why though. She's like, friends or family wouldn't have to pay that much.
Dude, but that is...
My mom's got insurance.
That's so far like away from how far I would want to go to have a little fucking me. That's just too much. Let's adopt this little kid. Nobody wants him. Poor guy. We can house him. And if we don't like him, we just fucking stamp him and return him. Put him in a box.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Fuck. I can't. I just can't believe she said friend or family. I'm like, no, this is a business transaction.
I actually find it weirder that you guys are having that conversation because you don't know any of those things.
We like to go down options and go down, different roads.
Insane.
No, because we
but
don't
you
know.
won't believe conspiracy theories, but you'll go down those types of roads.
This is my life. This is what I care about. I don't give a fuck about
You
that
guys have
shit. It's got nothing to do
conversations
with
like,
me.
well, if I die, how long do you want me to wait until I go bang the next chick
Dude,
out?
you thought you name a situation we've talked about it.
Jesus.
We don't. No stone gets unbuttoned.
My God.
Fuck a stone, dude.
My God. You want another situation? Situation is you're sitting home, you're a guitar player, you can't play very loud. I've got a quick list. I'm gonna run through real quick. I will post a link to this if I remember.
Hyperspeed, bro.
Probably won't. Desktop basically amplifiers. So it's not a modeler.
A what?
A modeler.
Modeler. I thought you
Like
mispronounced
the Kemper
monitor.
or an Axe-Fx, anything like that. It is an actual amp, but they're just small and kind of, cute in form factor.
Okay.
The best one out there, in my honest opinion, and it made number one on the list, is the Yamaha. Any of their... What's so funny?
Yamaha.
Do you say Yamaha?
Yeah.
Okay, it's
That's how
Yamaha.
you say it. Oh.
The specific one they listed was a THR 3011. I don't know much specifically about this one. I think it's more of a lighter playing, not so heavy or distorted. But they do make them out there that are fucking tight. There's a green one that looks awesome as well. Really good. They are about $500, but they sound incredible. Blackstar ID Core Beam, little desktop amp, looks kind of tight. There's a Marshall one as well. And I think I've heard that one, and that one actually sounds really fucking good too. Line 6 makes one. I'd stray away from that. And Guitar World soon is staying to me, so I will post that, and we don't get the rest of the list.
That's 2 for 2 for Guitar World website fucks,
dude,
man.
it's every week. All right, check this out.
The cello?
So this is a guitar with a piece of wood on the back of it. And I guess it's this new invention. So I'll explain. Can you see the gap in between the guitar and the piece of wood there?
Mm-hmm.
It is this invention of some fucking sort where you place this piece of wood on the back of your acoustic guitar and it will increase its resonance. So it'll just become louder, more vibrant in the space that you're playing without plugging it in.
Really? So it's like an amplifier?
It's a
but it's
second
not.
back for your guitar.
It's literally a piece of wood, huh?
Yep. I would never put that on, but just
why isn't it symmetrical? It's kind of weird shape.
So apparently some serious research went into, because I thought the same thing.
So dumb.
Some research went in and said this size, this shape, because it's not even the same thickness all the way through. Everything's completely off and asymmetrical about this. And I guess they did the research and it doesn't matter.
I guess that has a gap there. Plus the thickness of that would change how you would play too, because it would change the distance from the guitar to your hand, right? Because it's going to be coming off.
Yeah,
more.
it's going to be coming out a little bit. I think it would be incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah,
honestly.
it looks not comfortable.
All right, so this is nothing that should get
What are you
fucking
doing?
copyrighted.
You don't know that.
This is a guitar that picks for you. It is ugly as hell. But I didn't watch the video, so I figured we'd just play it real quick. And
I kind of like the way it looks.
apparently you can do some super speed picking.
How is that even? That's not even fun. You're just fucking.
It's cheating.
Yeah. That's like those quad pedals
Oh, so you press buttons
for drums.
and that picks it. Oh, fuck that.
That sucks.
That was kind of cool. All right, so
that sucks. I like the way it looks though. Yeah.
Maybe. We know unfortunately I've got two shits against PRS today. So the first one was the Tiger and the price of that thing. And PRS has unveiled, it's been fucking massively marketed at this point. About last week, so by the time this comes out, it's probably been out for a month. A new guitar stand, and what their thought process behind this guitar stand was, it's a single guitar stand, and it's supposed to make it look like your PRS is basically just floating there. So this is a guitar stand. Now, displaying in a house or anything like that, I don't hate the idea of that. I think it looks kind of cool until I saw the price of it.
Really?
It's $130
For a stand.
for one guitar stand.
That's such a joke.
So
Man,
immediately
you're not killing it with this gear, bro. This gear is like
Nope.
trash.
So it looks awesome. Check it out from PRS. But I'm not paying that. I've been trying to find these for like $15 because I just want another one of these. But even these are kind of expensive. But it also holds 6 fucking guitars, not one.
Something I forgot that's much more useful and more practical. That's crap. something I forgot to talk about last week. Josh sent me a video thing of a review of a drum pedal. I don't know why I can't talk. And it was a longboard direct. I think it was direct drive pedal. So it doesn't have the chain when you hit the beater, or when you hit the pedal, the chain will drive it down. But then there's slack when it comes back up, so it's not as responsive as a direct drive. Either way, longboard pedals, direct drive, look like every other pedal you see nowadays with direct drives. But, on the sides, there's a part on the side that when you bring the beater down, there's a spring, and the spring pulls it back, right? Most pedals have that. This works on magnets. So you have the direct drive, you have the pedal, no spring, there's magnets on the top and bottom, and you could I think you could switch them out as well. So
are they polar opposites where they push away from each other?
So then it brings it back. And the guy doing the reviews, he was very good, but he was able to do everything you could do with any of these direct drive pedals nowadays. Just super light tapping, super quick little pit pats and stuff. You little running in place bullshit. Heel toe, he did all that. He did the swivel technique. He did pretty much everything you can do. And he said they were super, he wasn't endorsed by it or anything, but he said it was super smooth, feels really clean. Not necessarily better or worse than a spring when you have the tension, how you want it. But I just thought that was something cool on the drum end, because I don't really see a whole lot of innovation, at least from my blind eyes, with drums nowadays. It's more so going in the electric direction.
Yeah.
You don't see much on the acoustic side, at least from me. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
How do you feel
also
about
not
that?
interesting?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a gimmick, because the guy said it works really well. So it doesn't make me think ooh, I have magnets in my pedals, and it's way worse than a spring. I don't know what it could possibly change, though, if you're comparing it to a spring and they're saying it's the same shit.
My thoughts is, but he says, I agree that it should get smoother, because there's no friction there with the spring.
Right.
You're going against basically physics now.
Super weird.
But the spring, in my opinion, will help it kind of come up gradually, because you can increase the tension or decrease the tension of that as well.
I think you could switch out magnets too.
Oh, so if you get stronger and weaker
I remember
magnets,
him saying you could switch out.
Because that would be the only thing I'd be concerned about. What if that thing just fucking snaps up, and then you're fighting that,
or there's
constantly.
Too much tension or not enough.
By the end of a show, your legs are fucking dead from fighting these magnets.
No, trust me, I was looking. Anytime I see something that I feel like it's just a gimmick or some dumb shit for the sake of marketing, I always try to poke holes. I couldn't really find any when I was watching the. That
would be the only
review.
thing I would have a concern about.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool.
Well, it's interesting, sort of, but also not at all interesting. That's why I hate looking up gear sometimes, because unless it's revolutionary as shit, or I really like it for some reason, because I'm gonna have some practical use for it, I don't fucking care. All that shit, it's just so stupid that you went through. Not that you liked them either. I'm just saying, usually when gear comes out, it's just not at all interesting to me.
I love gear.
I know, and I love you.
But some of that shit kind of sucked. You ready for an album review? We're getting towards the end here.
Might want to hold off.
Why?
Don't look at me like that, bro.
Why are we holding off?
Why are you giving me the death glare Allison gives me? I forgot to listen to it.
All right, so album review for next week will be Periphery's fucking P4.
Sit tight.
A very simple, easy listening album.
My bad.
It is just over an hour, I believe. And it's incredible all the way through. There's one song that I don't like on it, so we'll talk about that next week.
I got glaucoma.
Anyways, that will do it for us today.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. That'll do it for us. I'm Chief Redbeard.
Captain Redbeard here. Even though my expensive pencil that you like says Chief Redbeard. But yeah, so work on that rap song.
Oh, God. 2 more weeks.
Don't forget about that. Mine is done.
You're trying to psych me out, man.
So
I don't like it.
I want to caution anybody that actually catches this episode, get fucking ready. Because it's going to be insane. I'm very excited. I'm very pleased. It's the first time I ever did anything like that.
Mine's going to be pretty fucking rough. Just a heads up to anybody who wants to listen.
And it's insane. So I'll tell you what, if you win, I'll remix your shit and we'll get it done right so we can get a good solid song for the music video, but you're not going to win. So I don't have to do all that.
What a prize.
Yeah.
I'm going to, I'm going to mix your dumbass shit so it sounds good, you fucking
because
ass.
we're not putting shit on this channel. But anyways, I'm excited. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. We've got episode 25 next week. So nothing really special for that, except for maybe I'm going to see about trying to get Daniel on the show. And maybe we'll have him back as a special guest appearance. It's been 10 episodes since he's been on. Other than that, I'm good to go. I'm done. I'm tired.
Yeah, these hours.
I'll be up for like another 5.
Yeah, I was
hours.
Actually, yeah, you never sleep. What the fuck are you talking about?
Anyways, I'm Beef Treadbeard signing out.
Nico.
And thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.